$259,000. That is what the account is at. It is a beautiful Saturday. I'm wearing a Blossom t-shirt. If you guys don't follow me on there, I will put a link to my code. Make sure you guys sign up for Blossom. If not for me, for you. It's a fantastic site. I learn a lot there. Sign up for Blossom. I went to an event for Blossom not too long ago. I haven't made a video since then because I have been at a wedding. I was at my buddy's wedding last weekend, which was when a video was supposed to be released, but I didn't do that. I've been hemorrhaging money lately because my wife and I have had all of our teeth fixed. I'm going in for, I went in for an eye doctor appointment, so I'm getting some new glasses. My wife's doing the same. Like we're trying to expend some benefits before the year's up. So we just been spending a lot of money. So I don't know if we're going to hit our savings goal this month. We have been hitting it very religiously for like 2 years now, which is wild. But just so you know, it's kind of where I'm at. I'll talk a little more after the fact about that. But yeah, sorry I missed last week's video. Let's get into it. My wife's account is at $84,000. She has been doing great. We haven't added any money to this account in a little while, but you could see the Tfsa is at $71,000, just shy of $71,000, and her first home savings has also been killing it at 15%. This has been a fantastic year. A fantastic year for everybody. This is a crazy year. Everybody's doing so well. Her account's up $84,000 right now, and you could see that there is a spend account, invest and spend. That is our emergency account. We will be keeping it with Wealthsimple now, and our spending account for our vacation will be with Scotiabank. That just makes it easier for us to transfer money around. Whereas the emergency expenses account, I don't foresee us. That's mostly a car account, slash like something that we could draw from just in case something happens at work or God forbid anything were to happen. That's what that account's for. So not worried about it. But I'm going to close those, and then we're going to take a look at my account. And my account, our account, is the bigger of the two. I'm going to make myself smaller so you can see. And I'm up year to date 18.58% or $28,000. The whole account is up to $179,259,000 between myself and my wife. That is just in investments. We also keep a little bit of cash, about $20,000. So we're closing in on that $300,000 a lot faster than I thought we would, way faster than I thought we would. And I do attribute that to the market doing some pretty magical stuff. So in the past month, we're up 5% or $9,000. It's pretty average right now on Blossom. I'm going to go back to Blossom because I spend a lot of time there. On Blossom particularly, to see people show off their monthly up 6%, 7%, 4%, a lot. A lot for a month. 1 month gain of 4% on a total market equity account is pretty crazy. It's a lot. All time, the account is up 57%, $65,000, almost $400 of gains in this account. It has been very, very good. Again, this is stupid. I cannot stress to you how much the market has been working its magic. You could see $3 here. In the emergency account, we do get 2% interest. This is better than the Scotia account. So even though the Scotia account has a higher rate of return, a higher interest rate, you also need to lock the money in. So I'm guaranteeing myself 2% without the 1% cash back because I'm not concerned about that. I'm guaranteeing myself 2% without having a lock-in rate. That's worth more to me in an emergency account to have something liquid where I don't have to lock my money in for 3 months at a time in order for myself to get above a 0.7% interest rate. So now I'm just going to take 2 all the time. And then if I do touch the money, I'm not resetting that. So I did work it out. There are pros and cons, but at the end of the day, the emergency fund is something that we draw from sometimes and then we replenish later. And I would like to not have those rates at a locked in rate in order for me to experience the consistent amount of interest. Moving on from there, the biggest change is in my Tfsa. So my Tfsa, I have actually sold out of Alibaba. So I sold out Alibaba. I was about a 75% gain. Again, I do post these things on Blossom. So if you guys are following me there, you will be first to know whenever I make an account change. I typically post it there within a few hours after making the change. But over the past week, actually, I guess a month, best. Over the past month, 5.68%, pretty average. Over the past year, actually, I guess year to date, we're up 20% in this account. Again, everybody's been killing it. It's been a fantastic year. And then all time in this account, because it's been open for about 4 years with money in it, 4 years closing in on 5 years, I'm up 73%. So damn, it's a lot. It's been going very, very well. I'm pretty happy. This right here represents 1 year of money on top of my wage. So in 4 years, I've set myself forward an entire year of progress, which is unreal. That's the way I look at these investments: is how long would I have to work in order for me to see this amount of money, which is a year. I put my money forward 1 year in time. That's my favorite way to look at it. So you can see in the B section, no more Alibaba. I did take Alibaba and I sold it and then put the money immediately into Xeqt. The reason why I did that is because if the money's in the market, it doesn't matter if I have it in Alibaba or if I have it in Xeqt, the money's just in the market. So I want my money working all the time. So when I sell stuff, I don't mind immediately putting it over. You'll also notice that Dollar General is the only stock right now that is negative. It used to also be Intel, which was my worst performing stock for a very long time. Don't think of myself as, if you're new here, don't look at this as, wow, he's so good at stock picking. I've sold a lot of stocks that I have not made money on. I sold a lot at a loss, and then I sold a lot at a gain, and I broke even, and I was moving that money into Xeqt. So no, what you're looking at is not just me winning over and over again. I've sold money, I've sold stocks, taken the money and put it in Xeqt, as I am trying to hit a target of 90% Xeqt, 10% fun. And I do have to say 10% fun. It is, I do see stock picking as gambling. The theory behind the chances of you making consistent amount of money over a very extended period of time, I just don't see how that works out for most people. It doesn't work out for most people. And that is why I'm here doing my market thing and having most of my money in Xeqt. You'll notice it's 50% of my Tfsa. It is a large portion of my portfolio. Same with VEQT. So you can see here, that's my limit sell, $3,000. And then my buy, the exact same amount going right to Xeqt. Moving on, I'm going to go to the non-registered account, which also has had a big change. The non-registered account is up 6.5% all time. I have sold, I'm actually going to scroll to the bottom here. I've sold STLA and I put it into Lululemon stock. Now, I did this with the Lulu American version. I am making a few changes to this portfolio as well. If I buy something in this portfolio, it's going to be rebalanced every year. So I'm going to hold the stock for a year and then rebalance it every year, not every 3 months. If I buy stocks midway through the year with the $50 a month that I put in for, $200 per, per position, equal weighted positioning, I will be taking that money and I will be splitting it up. I guess you could say I will be taking the money, splitting it up, and then rebalancing the new position that I've made at the end of the year. So some of these are going to be full year positions, and then some of them are going to be part year positions until all of them slowly become full year positions. So as this account grows, I do plan at about, I guess it would be $4,000. I would have enough $200 positions to start rebalancing only every year, and then seeing how the acquires multiple stock list and large cap has been working out. So far, it's actually done a fairly good job. Again, I do add my own personal touch to this. So it is not a direct science or direct math, but I am trying to get closer to the way that they portray this in the book, which is hold for a year and then sell. And hopefully, not hopefully, mathematically, this should be a winning formula. But, the funny thing about back tests is that it doesn't always work out that way in the future. So this is more like a fun game for me. But just so you know, I have sold STLA. I have bought Lulu stock in this account, and I have $88 on the side. So far, the account, though, has pulled itself out of a pretty drastic negative. This account was minus 20% at one point, and it has now since recovered and is doing pretty good until the next market downfall, where I will be in the same spot, I'm sure. This is how these things work out. Moving on to we'll just go to the first home savings. The first home savings is all Xeqt, just like my wife's. So you could see on hers it said one position. That's because all the accounts are in Xeqt. This one is no exception. I'm up 21%. I have $20,000 in here. This is 3 years. That's my 16,000. So 2 years this account has been open, and I look forward to putting another $8,000 at the beginning of next year. It'll be fun. I like it when I can add money again. So far, I can't add any money. My RRSP, which I have added money to, I've added $10,000 to, has been growing 8%. Again, everything has been going up lately. I can't stress this enough. Everyone's feeling the same way I do. We don't know pain anymore. This is not painful. This is great. Look at this. I can just stress to you, look how much money I made. Damn, this is so nice, right? Well, it can't always stay like that, one. And two, trying to just be consistent, have a strategy that I could hold through bad times. So when bad times do come, how will I react and how will the rest of the market react? And we can compare the two then. Right now, I'm reacting the exact same as everybody else. I love seeing this. I'm 100% invested. When my money goes up, I'm going to be very happy. That's just how it is. I can have fun over the dinner table, talk to my wife. About a year ago when the markets were not good, having a chat around the dinner table was kind of stressful. I had to explain to my wife why, we're down 20% on our money. 20% in like the span of 2 months. 20%, when it goes down pretty big. 20% is a lot of money for us. Even more so now, that would be about almost $30,000. It's a lot. It's been going good. I can't really say much else. It's nice. I'm sure that if you're here, I'm sure you follow a few other people online. Actually, I'm going to make my face bigger because this is when I just get to sit back and chat. I'm sure you guys follow a few other people online who do portfolio updates. I'm going to move that so you don't see margin there. You guys follow a few other people online who do other portfolio reviews. Everybody's having a good time right now. And I cannot stress it enough that is, it's good. Everyone loves having a good time. It's just not, it's not something that we should get used to. And I think I always have this chat with everybody at the end of my videos. It's been good for a very long time. 5 years of downside, 10 years of downside would be about right. If you think about averages, we just had 30% this year. That means that the market could stay absolutely stagnant for the next 2 years, and you would average your 10% per year. Just think about that. That's a very real scenario that has happened before. I think it'd be more likely that the market would have a down year, but for me, being a economic pessimist but a stock optimist, I think that is the best way to put the way that we should be feeling about the market. We expect a positive return. We expect a positive return. So we expect stocks to go up over time, but we expect the economy to always be breaking down at every minute. Which, if you ask anyone, they would say, oh, people are doing terrible. No one's has any food. No one can afford a house. No one can afford that. One, I don't think that's entirely true. I think it is hard, but it's not unachievable. And two, so what? If, things are going down, we just do the best we can with what we have. And what I have right now is a strong back and a good work ethic. And my wife has a fantastic work ethic. And that's what we have to work with. Times are good right now. And when times are bad, we got to prepare ourselves for those times. And hopefully I have the skills necessary to survive them too. I know I do. I've done it before. So, yeah. Bang. That's it. That's the portfolio in a nutshell. 3 weeks since I did this. In 3 weeks we've gone up 4%, which is like $5,000 for me, $6,000. Damn. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. If you made it this far, damn. Hello, Sep. I guess that's the only consistent person in my chat right now. I haven't seen Nintendo Plays in a hot minute either, but that's okay. Thanks for sticking it out. And again, follow me on Blossom. I don't post as much as I used to, but I do comment twice as much as I used to. I like commenting. I like chatting about people, pushing people in a more consistent direction, or at least telling them that there are better options out there. I know Blossom's still on the push for income-driven ETFs. This is the best way to put it. I'm still not a big fan of income. I'm still not a big fan of dividends. I believe that at the end of the day, the total return of your portfolio is what's going to pay the bills. So if your total portfolio is 0, let's say that you get paid 8% dividend or income, and your total value of your portfolio doesn't move at all, then that total value will be eaten by inflation and you will have sold all the dividends to keep it up. So I look at these things a little different than most people, but I do have a large fight in the comments about these things. Yeah, it's just how I think about it. I'm rambling. Bye.